Hi, I'm Aaron, and in this video I want to talk about singing tips. Okay, singing tips. In this video, the tip that I want to talk about, well, let me just first say at the end of this video I want to give you a really cool exercise that will help you with basically hitting higher notes and not having them splat, having those notes like just kind of splat and you lose the tone and lose the note, and a lot of times lose the pitch at the top of your high note. So I want to give you an exercise to do that and just first talk a little bit about what's going on when that happens. So hitting high notes without that splatting. A couple things happen when many singers, a lot of my students, will get to those higher notes. It's the da 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 da. It's like it splats and all of a sudden you lose it. So if it's like I love you, I love, instead of like I love you, it's I love, it kind of like splats and you lose that vowel sound. Or a better example would be like, because a lot of what I want to talk about in this video is keeping the vowel narrow, keeping the vowel shape. The way you shape a vowel as you sing has a lot to do with whether or not it is going to sound good, and if you can kind of hit those notes and sustain those higher notes. For instance, a narrow vowel would be like a E or a I type sound. So for example, if you're singing, let's say an E sound like or like a type sound, red, or like even red glare, and the rockets red glare, that note, a lot of times you hear that and it sounds terrible because that air, red glare, those two notes are like it's these really big open vowel sounds. But if you narrow the vowel a bit, it really helps. So instead of like red glare, because that splatty note, if you narrow it a little and be like red glare, see, what I'm doing is I'm tweaking it and just narrowing it a little. I'm basically saying like red glare, more like that, more like a just a narrow vowel sound. But when you sing it loud, the rockets red glare, I'm saying id ear, but red glare instead of red glare, but you can't tell when it's those higher notes. But it actually helps you to nail those notes when you shape those vowels and keep it, you can keep it narrow. It doesn't always have to be narrow, but if you start out narrow and then kind of work it up. So red glare, and give it like narrow and then kind of open it up to where you're hitting that note with the narrow vowel and then kind of go ahead and open it up a bit. That usually helps out, and which leads us to this exercise. This exercise does exactly that. It's they're ya-yas, excuse me, ya-ya, so it's like basically like ya-ya, ya-ya, or ya-h or whatever, but it's got the initial sound of the ya is like a e, that narrow e sound, so it's ya 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 ya, and what you're doing in this exercise is taking it from a narrow to a more open vowel. So as you get to those higher notes, you're training your voice to hit that narrower vowel first and then go ahead and open up from there. So it's ya 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 ya. So anyway, that's a great exercise for beginning to shape the vowels. So that's the singing tips. As far as singing tip for the day, this is the keeping it narrow, keep the vowels narrow, and the ya-ya exercise will really help you to get there. So want to say that. Also want to say, like I always try to say at the end of my videos, is I just want you to continue to pursue your dreams, and I want you to know that you can attain your dreams, and it's up to you to not listen to the fear and to let that hero inside of you come out, and not let fear and cowardly activities, cowardly thoughts run your life. Because I've done plenty of that in my life, but I'm learning more and more that the more I just go after my dreams, in spite of my fear, things are opening up for me, and I want the same for you with your singing. Anyway, subscribe to the channel if you like. I do a lot of new videos all the time, and I've got actually that link below. I've got a program. It's an 8-week systematic program that takes you through all the different aspects of the voice. Could really help you get to where you want to be in a matter of. It's an 8-week program.